Good evening, guys. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to your evening Yoga Every Hour flow. My name is Emma, or the Strong Yogi. Welcome back if you have practiced with me before, or welcome to anybody that's new. I'm not going to be playing any music in the background, so if you like, please do feel free to pop your own music on. And just a note, just be mindful of any pain or tension in your body. If there are any poses that feel uncomfortable, just come out of them, take a different pose, come back into it if you feel like you can. Your 2 resting poses that you can take if you need to. You can obviously take any other pose other than these, but your traditional resting poses are your child's pose and your downward facing dog. So in your tabletop position where your wrists and your shoulders, your knees, sink your hips backwards, rest your head to the mat. You can either take extended child's pose, which is where you're going to reach your arms out long, or you can bring the arms to your side. And then if you wanted to take a downward facing dog, then you're just going to tuck the toes under, the hands and the feet stay exactly where they are, and you just lift the hips upwards towards the sky. So those are your 2 resting poses if you need to take them. We won't take any sort of like breaks or anything during the practice. So if you need to stop, then just do so. It's your practice, so take it to your own level. Perfect. So let's get started. So just bring yourself to a nice comfortable seat to begin with. So if that's cross legs, then brilliant. And then just take a nice deep inhale, roll the shoulders backwards. And then just take a nice deep exhale. And then again, inhale, lengthen the spine. And then as you exhale, just melt your chin downwards towards your chest. Close the eyes. You can either leave your hands resting on your legs, on your knees, or maybe you want to bring your right hand to your heart center and just place the left hand on top of the right. And just take a moment here just to bring yourself into the present moment. So just creating a moment of calm for yourself. Just bringing some stillness to your mind. And just start to begin to notice your breath. Notice how it feels. And then just bring your attention to your body. And just notice how you feel. Notice any areas of tension that you're holding. And just bring your attention to your thoughts. Notice any thoughts that you have. And just for now, just let them go. So don't worry about anything that's happened so far today. And don't worry about anything that's yet to come. Just be present, be still, be focused. Nothing else matters right now but you and your practice. Anything surrounding your mat, just ignore it. And from here, take a nice deep inhale, feel the chest rise. And take a nice deep exhale, feel that chest fall. And again, take a nice deep inhale, sending the breath to any areas of tension you're holding. And exhale, release, let that tension go. And again, take a nice big inhale. And exhale, releasing any negativity, anything that no longer serves you. From here, take a nice deep inhale, exhale, just melt those hands down to your knees if they're not already there. And then as you inhale, you're just going to take your right ear to your right shoulder. You can keep your eyes closed or you can blink them open. Exhale, drop the chin back to the chest. Inhale, left ear goes to the left shoulder. Exhale, drop the chin back to the chest. And again, inhale, right ear to right shoulder. Exhale, chin comes to the chest. Inhale, left ear to left shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. This time, inhale, look up, drop the head back, lengthen through the spine, draw the belly button inwards. Exhale, chin comes to the chest. And again, inhale, look up, drop the head back, lengthen the spine. Exhale, chin comes to the chest. And again, inhale, look up. Exhale, send the chin through to the chest. Perfect. From here, just take those legs out nice and long. Point those toes upwards. And then we're just going to inhale, lengthen through the spine, engage the core. And then exhale, just point the toes downwards. And again, inhale, lift, point the toes upwards. Exhale, point those toes downwards. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Nice. From here, you're just going to bring your right ankle to your left thigh. Take hold of your right foot with your left hand and just start to draw circles with that ankle. So bringing some movement into the ankle, warming yourself up. Keep that spine nice and long. Just breathing here, bringing some nice gentle movement into the body before we begin our main part of the practice. And then just take that ankle the other direction. Nice. And then just release, place the sole of the right foot down to the mat, point the left toes to the sky, and just interlace your fingers behind the right thigh. Take a nice deep inhale, push the chest forward, lengthen through the spine. And then as you exhale, lift the leg. Point the toes. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Keep that spine nice and long. Exhale, lower. And again, inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. This time, inhale, lift and hold. You can keep the hand behind the thigh or you can release for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, lower. Place the sole of the foot back down to the mat. Bring the right hand behind you. Inhale, reach the left fingers to the sky. Gaze upwards. Exhale, twist to the right. So either hugging that right knee inwards or bringing the left arm to the outside of the right leg. Make sure those left toes are still pointing towards the sky. Gaze over the right shoulder. Draw the belly button in. Open through the chest, lengthen the spine. Take a nice deep inhale. And a nice complete exhale. And again, inhale. Exhale, maybe you can twist a little bit further. Inhale one more time. Exhale, release the pose, come back to center. Take that right leg out nice and long to meet the left. Inhale, reach the hands to the sky. And exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward, gaze towards the toes. Take your seated forward fold. You can bend those knees if you need to bring the chest down to the thighs, gaze towards the toes. Inhale here. And then as you exhale, maybe you sink a little bit further, feeling that stretch in the back of your legs, feeling the lengthening of your spine. So we're gazing forwards to try and stop rounding through the spine. The aim is to get the chest down first, then the chin, then the forehead, not the other way around. Inhale, exhale, melting into the pose. And again, inhale, this time exhale, release. Keep those right toes pointing towards the sky. Bring the left ankle to the right thigh. Take hold of the left foot with the right hand. And then we're just going to draw circles, so warming up that ankle again. So taking those circles in one direction, keep that core engaged, lengthen through the spine, and then draw those circles in the other direction. And then from here, just release, place the sole of the left foot to the mat, interlace those fingers behind the left thigh. Take a nice deep inhale, lengthen through the spine, engage the core. And exhale. Inhale, lift the leg. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. This time, inhale, lift and hold. Either keep the hands where they are or you can release. Make sure you keep the spine nice and long. Try not to sink or round backwards for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, place the sole of the foot down to the mat. Place the left hand behind you. Inhale, raise the right hand to the sky. As you exhale, twist to the left. So either hug that left knee inwards or bring the right arm to the outside of the left leg. Point those right toes to the sky. Gaze over the left shoulder. Engage the core, lengthen the spine, open the chest. Take a nice deep inhale. And a nice complete exhale. And again, inhale. As you exhale, maybe you can twist a little bit further, push a little bit further round. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale, come back to center, release. Take the left leg out to meet the right. Inhale, reach those hands to the sky. And then exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forwards. Maybe we can get a little bit further this time, so gaze towards those toes. And hold here. So feeling that stretch down the back of your legs. Feeling that lengthening through the spine. Take a nice deep inhale. And then as you exhale, releasing any tension, melting into the pose. Inhale, creating space. Exhale, sinking into that space. And one more nice deep inhale, exhale, bringing yourself back up. Perfect. Let's just place those hands behind us. Take a nice, so point the fingertips slightly backwards. Take a nice deep inhale, push the chest forwards. And then as you exhale, you're going to lift up through the hips. So coming into your reverse plank, gaze backwards, hold here. Take a nice deep inhale, really lift the hips. And exhale. Inhale, exhale, release, fold forwards. Nice. Inhale here, just one breath. Exhale, bring those hands back behind you. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale, lift the hips, reverse plank. Hold and breathe, really push those hips upwards, gaze backwards, soles of the feet come to the mat if you can. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, exhale, release, fold forwards. Take a nice deep inhale here. And exhale, taking it back one more time. Inhale, push the chest forwards. Exhale, lift the hips up, gaze backwards. Hold and breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Strengthening the arms. Inhale and exhale, release. And fold forwards. We'll hold this time in our forward fold. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, stretching out through the back of your legs. Nice inhale. And then exhale, release. Perfect. So from here, we're going to bring the hands back behind us. But this time we're going to bend the knees. And we're going to bring the feet sort of nice and wide. So it's wide as the mat. Perfect. So take a nice deep inhale. And then as you exhale, we're going to push up. And the left arm's going to come off of the mat and it's going to reach up and over. So inhale and then exhale. So it's coming into sort of like a reverse tabletop and just reaching that left arm to the back. Gaze towards those left fingertips. Inhale here and exhale. Inhale. Exhale, release, bring it back down to the mat, reset. Take a nice deep inhale here. As we exhale, push the hips up, lift the right arm up and over, gaze towards the right fingertips. Hold here, inhale. And exhale. Nice inhale. And exhale, release. So this time we're going to take that as a bit of a flow. So we're going to inhale up, exhale down, inhale to the other side, exhale down. So we'll start with the right. Take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, lift the hips, reach the left arm up and over. Exhale, drop back down. Reset, inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale here, exhale, lower. Inhale at center, exhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale at center. Exhale, lift, push up. Inhale here. Exhale, lower. One more to each side. Lift up and lower. And lift up and lower. Perfect. So from here, we're going to keep our knees bent and we're just going to push ourselves up, bringing our hips off of the floor and then sinking downwards into our yogi squats. Perfect. So the hands come together at heart center. The chest is lifted. That spine is nice and long. The crown of the head is drawn upwards. Take a nice deep inhale here and then exhale using those elbows to push into the thighs. And just breathe. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale. Inhale. As you exhale, place the palms to the mat, lift the hips to the sky, and let's just walk those feet inwards. So we end up in a standing forward fold here. Take hold of the opposite elbows with the hands and let the crown of the head drop downwards. We're just going to rock from side to side, forwards and backwards, feeling that lengthening out of the spine. So no effort required here, just hang in your ragdoll position, ragdoll pose. So bend those knees if that's what feels good for you today. And take one more nice deep inhale here. Exhale, drop those hands to the mat. And then inhale, we're going to roll up through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Let's roll the shoulders as we get to the top. Inhale, reach the hands to the sky, gaze upwards. And then exhale, bring the palms together, hands come together at heart center. Nice. Inhale, reach up, gaze upwards. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forwards. Inhale, roll up through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Roll the shoulders as you get to the top. Inhale, reach, lengthen. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward, gaze to the mat. This time, inhale, come into a halfway lift, look up, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold forward into your standing forward fold. Inhale, roll up through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Roll the shoulders as you get to the top. Inhale, reach the hands to the sky, gaze upwards. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward, gaze towards the mat. Inhale, take your halfway lift, look up, lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, drop those palms back down to the mat. You can step your right, step your left, or if it's in your practice, jump back into your high plank. Bend through the elbows, lower yourself down through chaturanga, or you can take knees, chest, chin. Inhale, lift up into your upward facing dog. So you're on the palms of the hands, the front of your feet. Hips are lifted, shoulders are away from the ears. Exhale, tuck the toes, raise the hips to the sky. As you come into your downward facing dog, take a nice deep inhale here and exhale. So our first downward facing dog, let's walk through the pose. Bend one knee, bend the other, draw the belly button in, lift the hips to the sky. Gazing towards your belly button or through your legs, and just melt that chest downwards towards the mat. Feeling into this pose. Take a nice deep inhale and a nice complete exhale. From here, inhale, gaze forwards, bend through the knees, step the right, step the left, or jump forward into your standing forward fold. Exhale. Inhale, raise the hands to the sky, look upwards. Exhale, bring those hands together at heart center. Inhale, raise the hands to the sky, look up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forwards. Inhale, roll up through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Roll the shoulders as you get to the top. Inhale, reach the hands to the sky, gaze upwards. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forwards, gaze towards the mat. Inhale, come into your halfway lift, look up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, roll up through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Roll the shoulders as you get to the top. Inhale, reach the hands to the sky, look upwards. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward, gaze towards the mat. Inhale, come into your halfway lift, look up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, place the palms to the mat, step the left, step the right, or if it's in your practice, jump back to high plank. Bend through the elbows, keep them nice and close to your chest, lower yourself down through chaturanga or take knees, chest, chin. Inhale into your upward facing dog. And exhale, tuck the toes, raise the hips to the sky, take your downward facing dog. Take a nice deep inhale here. And exhale. From here, inhale, lift the right leg to the sky. And then as you exhale, step that foot forward to the front of the mat. Stay on the ball of your left foot as you raise the hands to the sky, bring the palms together, gaze upwards, high lunge. So 90-degree bend in the right leg, the knee is over the ankle. Take a nice deep inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, exhale, draw those hands together at heart center. Take a nice deep inhale here. Exhale, melt those hands back down to the mat. Step the right foot back to meet the left. And take those hips towards the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the left leg to the sky. Exhale, step that foot forward to the front of the mat. Stay on the ball of your right foot. Raise the hands to the sky. Bring the palms together, gaze upwards, sink into your high lunge. Nice and strong through the back leg, and 90-degree bend in the left leg. That left knee's over the left ankle. Hold here, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, exhale, melt those hands down to heart center. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, melt those hands down to the mat. Step the left foot back to meet the right. Lift the hips to the sky. Take your downward facing dog. Take a nice deep inhale here. And a nice complete exhale. Inhale, gaze forwards, bend the knees, step the left, step the right, or jump forwards. Exhale into your standing forward fold. Inhale, raise the hands to the sky. Exhale, palms come together, draw them down to heart center. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, reach the hands to the sky, gaze upwards. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forwards. Inhale, roll up through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Roll the shoulders at the top. Inhale, reach the hands to the sky, gaze upwards. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward, gaze towards the mat. Inhale, come into a halfway lift, look up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, roll up through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Roll the shoulders at the top. Inhale, reach the hands to the sky, gaze upwards. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forwards, gaze towards the mat. Inhale, come into your halfway lift, look up, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, place the palms to the mat. Your choice, step or jump back into high plank. Bend through the elbows, lower yourself down. Take your chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, come into your upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. From here, inhale, lift the right leg to the sky. Exhale, step that foot forward to the top of the mat. Raise the hands to the sky, come into your high lunge. Palms come together, gaze upwards. Sinking into the pose, nice and strong through the legs. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, exhale, draw those hands together at heart center. Take a nice deep inhale here. And exhale, we take a twist. So bringing the left elbow to the right thigh. And gazing up over your right shoulder if you can. So in our twisted high lunge, making sure that that front knee is still bent 90 degrees. Holding here and breathing. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, bring those hands back to center. And exhale, melt those hands back down to the mat. Step the right foot back to meet the left. And raise those hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg to the sky. Exhale, step that foot forward to the top of the mat. Raise the hands to the sky, high lunge, palms come together, gaze upwards, sinking into the pose, making sure that that left knee is over the left ankle. Strong in the back leg. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale, draw those hands to heart center. Take a nice deep inhale here. And exhale, take your twisted lunge. Right elbow comes to the left knee. Gaze up and over the left shoulder. Try not to sink out of the lunge, so make sure that that left knee is still over the left ankle. Stay strong, stay nice and strong in the back leg. Holding your balance. And breathing through the pose, using your breath to help you keep your concentration. Inhale here. And exhale. On your next inhale, bring it back to center. And exhale, melt down to the mat. Step your left foot back to meet the right high plank. And lift those hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Take a nice deep inhale here. And a nice complete exhale. Inhale, gaze forwards, bend the knees, your choice, jump, walk or step to the top of the mat. Exhale into your standing forward fold. Inhale, raise the hands to the sky, look up. Palms come together, exhale, melt those hands downwards. Inhale here. Just taking a moment, exhale. And again, inhale. And exhale, let's build on this flow. Inhale, raise the hands to the sky, look up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward, gaze towards the mat. Inhale, roll up through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. Roll the shoulders when you get to the top. Inhale, raise the hands to the sky. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward, gaze towards the mat. Inhale, come into your halfway lift, look up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, sink into your standing forward fold. Inhale, roll up through the spine. Roll the shoulders at the top, raise the hands to the sky, gaze upwards. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward, gaze towards the mat. Inhale, come into your halfway lift, look up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, your choice, step or jump back to high plank as you lower yourself down, bend the elbows, keep them nice and close to the chest. Inhale, come into your upward facing dog. Exhale, raise the hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, lift the right leg to the sky. Exhale, step that foot forward to the top of the mat. Stay grounded through your back foot. Inhale, reach the hands to the sky, gaze upwards, palms come together, high lunge. 90-degree bend in the front leg, strong through the back. Inhale here. And exhale, melt those hands down to heart center. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, take that twist to the right, left elbow comes to right thigh. Gaze up and over the right shoulder. Holding here, strong through the legs, challenge your balance. Try and push those hands down so they come together at your heart center. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, exhale, release, bring the hands back to center. Take a nice deep inhale here. As you exhale, hinge, fold forwards. And we're just going to kick that left foot off of the mat as we come into our warrior three. So one straight line from the crown of the head to the left toes. Challenge your balance, stay nice and strong in this pose. You can reach those arms out long if you feel stable. Take one more nice deep inhale. Exhale, step that left foot back. Inhale here. Exhale, melt the hands down to the mat. Step the right foot back to meet the left. Raise the hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale, raise that left leg to the sky. Exhale, step that foot forward to the top of the mat. Raise the hands to the sky, high lunge, palms come together, gaze upwards, sink into the pose. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale one more time. Exhale, melt those hands down to your heart center. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, take that twist to your left. Right elbow comes to left thigh. Gaze up and over that left shoulder. Try and push down into the pose. So bring your hands together at heart center. Push that chest open. Stay grounded through both feet. Keep that 90-degree bend in the left leg. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, exhale, come back to center. Take a nice deep inhale, exhale, fold forwards. And we're going to kick the right leg off of the mat as we come into our warrior three, our balancing pose. One straight line from the crown of the head to the right toes. And if you feel grounded, if you feel stable, maybe you want to reach your arms out long. One straight line from the fingertips to the toes. Hold here nice and strong in your left leg. Inhale. And exhale using your breath for focus. Take one more nice deep inhale. Exhale, step the right foot back. Inhale here. Exhale, melt your hands down to the mat. Step the left foot back to meet the right high plank. Raise the hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, as you exhale, melt those knees down to the mat. So we come into our tabletop position. And we're going to take a twist. So engage the core. Take a nice deep inhale. And a nice complete exhale. So spine is nice and straight. As we inhale, we lift the right arm up towards the sky. Gaze up towards those fingertips. And then as we exhale, sweep that arm across to the left-hand side. Drop the cheek to the mat. And reach over as far as you can. The left hand either stays where it is, or you can inhale, reach it up to the sky. And then exhale, try and catch hold of your right thigh. Push that left shoulder backwards to open through the chest. And just hold here in this twist. Feeling the stretch in your shoulder. Feel the opening in your chest. Just melt into this pose. Take one more nice deep inhale. As you exhale, release the left hand back down to the mat. If it's not already there, push yourself back up into your tabletop position. And just reset, make sure that spine's nice and straight. Engage the core. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale, raise the left hand to the sky, gaze upwards. And then exhale, take that arm through to the right hand side. Rest the left cheek down to the mat. Reach across. And then your right hand can either stay where it is, or you can inhale, reach that hand to the sky. Exhale, take it over, catch hold of your left thigh if you can. And then just push that right shoulder backwards, opening the chest to the right side of the mat. Feeling that stretch in your shoulder, the opening through your heart. Breathing here. And if your mind has wandered, just bring it back to the present moment. And take one more nice deep inhale. Exhale, release the right arm. And push yourself back up into your tabletop position. Perfect. So from here, the hips are going to stay exactly where they are. And you're going to walk your hands forward. So we're going to come into a puppy pose. So walk the hands forward as far as you can. And you're going to melt your chest downwards towards the mat. And then if you want to increase the pose, you can come up onto your fingertips. So cup your hands. And again, just melt that chest downwards. So cupping the hands just gives you a little bit more space just to sink down into. And just feel that stretch through your arms. as you hold in this pose. Take one more nice deep inhale here. Exhale, walk those hands back into your tabletop position. Perfect. So from here, we're going to take the right leg out long. So kick the right leg back out behind you. And we're just going to lift that leg off of the mat. So engage the core, try and keep the hips nice and square to the mat. And then as you inhale, you're going to reach your left fingertips out nice and long in front of you. Hold here, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. On our next exhale, we're going to bend the elbow, bend the knee, bring them together underneath you. Inhale, reach out long. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, reach. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, reach. One more time, knee to elbow. Exhale, reach and hold. Take a nice deep inhale here. We're going to do some like toe taps. So exhale, drop the toes to the floor. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place the palm back down to the mat. Place the knee back down to the mat. Just roll out through that right arm if you need to. Perfect. And then we're going to take the other side. So slide that left leg out behind you. Engage the core, square off the hips to the mat. And then we're just going to lift that leg upwards. Hold here. Inhale, reach the right arm out long. And hold here. Take a nice deep inhale. And then as we exhale, bring the elbow to the knee. Inhale, take the leg and the arm out long. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, reach. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, reach. Exhale, knee to elbow. This time, inhale, reach and hold. And then as we exhale, drop the left toes. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place the right palm to the mat. Bring the left knee to the mat. And just shake out through that left wrist if you need to. Perfect. When you're ready, place that palm back down to the mat. Tuck the toes under, the hands and the feet stay exactly where they are. And you're just going to lift the hips to the sky, coming back into your downward facing dog. Hold here, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, gaze forwards, bend the knees, jump, step and walk to the top of the mat. Exhale into your standing forward fold. And inhale, raise the hands to the sky. Exhale, hands come together at heart center. Nice. Inhale, reach the hands to the sky, look upwards. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward, gaze towards the mat. Inhale, come into your halfway lift, look up, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, step or jump back into your high plank, bend through the elbows, lower yourself down, chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, come into your upward facing dog. And exhale, raise the hips to the sky, downward facing dog. From here, inhale, lift the right leg to the sky. Exhale, step that foot forward to the top of the mat. Ground through the back foot, the toes come to point towards the long edge of the mat, and cartwheel those arms open, coming into your warrior 2. So the hips are square to the left side of the mat. The right knee is bent 90 degrees. So sometimes there can be a tendency for that knee to sink inwards, push it outwards, and gaze towards those right fingertips. Hold here nice and strong in your warrior. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. As you inhale, flip the right palm to face upwards. And then as you exhale, slide the left arm down the back of the left leg And take the right arm towards the sky, gaze upwards towards the right palm, reverse warrior. Keep that 90-degree bend in the front leg. Inhale here. Exhale, come back into your warrior two. Inhale, straighten through that front leg. And exhale here. Inhale, reach the right fingers forward, send the hips backwards. And then as you exhale, rotate the right arm down, the left arm goes up, gaze upwards. Come into your triangle pose, Trikonasana. Push the left shoulder backwards, keep that chest nice and open. And you don't need to reach the floor. If you can't reach the floor, no worries. If you can take hold of your big toes, then do so. But if not, then your hand can just come to your calf or a block if you have one. Take a nice deep inhale here. Exhale, put a bend back into the knee. Come into your warrior two. Inhale, pivot onto the ball of your left foot. Raise the hands to the sky. Exhale, place those palms to the mat. Step the right foot back to meet the left. And bend through the elbows. Lower yourself down through Chaturanga. Inhale into your upward facing dog. Exhale, raise the hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg to the sky. Exhale, step that foot forward to the top of the mat. Ground through the right foot, bring those toes to point to the long edge of the mat. Cartwheel those arms open as you come into your warrior two. So hips are square to the right side of the mat. The left knee is bent 90 degrees, knees over the ankle. If that knee is sinking inwards, push it outwards. And gaze towards those left fingertips. So try and have one straight line from your right to your left fingertips. And hold here, inhale. And exhale, strong in your warrior. Inhale, flip the left hand. And exhale, slide the right arm down the back of the right leg. Gaze upwards towards the left hand as it reaches towards the sky. Keep that 90-degree bend in the front leg. Reverse warrior. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, exhale, come back into your warrior two. Inhale, straighten through that front leg. And exhale here. Inhale, reach the left arm forward, sink the hips backwards. And then exhale, the left arm comes down, the right arm goes upwards. Take your triangle pose, Trikonasana. So maybe you can reach down to the floor, but if you do so and your chest points downwards, then just lift yourself back up a little bit. So we want to keep the chest nice and open. Imagine like you're in between two panes of glass, nice and straight. Gaze upwards if you can. Push the right shoulder backwards. Inhale. And exhale. Feeling into the pose. Take one more nice deep inhale. Exhale, come back into your warrior two. Inhale, pivot onto the ball of your right foot. Raise the hands to the sky, high lunge. And then exhale, melt those hands back down to the mat. Step the left foot back to meet the right in your high plank. Lower down through Chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Keep those elbows close. Inhale, come into your upward facing dog. Exhale, raise the hips to the sky. Take your downward facing dog. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, gaze forwards, bend the knees, step or jump to the top of your mat. Exhale into your standing forward fold. Inhale, raise the hands to the sky. And exhale, bring the hands together, a heart center. Inhale, reach those hands to the sky, gaze upwards. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forwards. Inhale, come into your halfway lift, look up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step or jump back into high plank, bend through the elbows, lower yourself down through Chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, come into your upward facing dog. Exhale, raise the hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale here. And exhale. From here, you're going to step your right foot to your left wrist, and you're going to step your left foot to your right wrist, crossing those legs and sinking downwards. Coming into a seated position. Perfect. Inhale, reach those hands to the sky. And then as you exhale, cactus those arms, pushing the arms backwards, the chest forwards. Holding here, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, reach those hands to the sky. As you exhale, twist to your right, so your right hand comes behind you, your left hand comes to your right knee, gaze over your right shoulder. hold and breathe here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale, bring it back to center. Inhale, raise the hands to the sky. Exhale, cactus arms. Push the shoulders, the elbows backwards, push the chest forwards. Draw the belly button inwards, engage the core. Inhale, reach those hands to the sky. Exhale, take a twist to your left. So bringing the left hand behind you. Right hand comes to the left knee, gaze over your left shoulder. Draw the belly button inwards, lengthen through the spine. Open the chest, open the heart. Inhale here. Exhale, maybe you can take the twist a little further. And again, inhale. Exhale, release the pose, come back to center. And then we're just going to take those legs out nice and long. And as you inhale, reach forwards. And then exhale, nice and slowly, rounding through the spine. So engaging the core, taking yourself back one vertebrae at a time, slowly lowering yourself down all the way to the mat. Perfect. When you get here, place the soles of your feet to the mat, so as close to your glutes as you can get them, then through the knees. Place the palms of the hands beside you, facing downwards. Take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, peel up through the spine, one vertebrae at a time, lifting the hips to the sky, coming up onto the shoulders as you take your bridge pose. So push those thighs together, engage the glutes as we hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower yourself back down. Reset at the bottom, take a nice deep inhale, exhale, peeling the spine off the mat, lifting the hips to the sky, come up onto the shoulders, bridge pose. This time we hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently lower yourself down. And reset at the bottom. From here, you're just going to cross your right leg over your left, shift your hips slightly over to the right side, and drop those legs over to the left. Take the arms and the gaze over to the right, and just hold here in your spinal twist. So just melting into this pose, melting into your mat. And just appreciating all of the benefits that it brings. Maybe a little click when you first dropped into it. Take one more nice deep inhale here. And then exhale, bring those legs back to center. Remove the right leg from the left, reset. And then we're going to cross the left leg over the right. So lightly shift those hips over to the left-hand side. And let's drop those legs over to the right. Take the arms and the gaze over to the left. And just feel that nice twist in your spine. Just melting into the pose. And just holding here. And again, if your mind has wandered, just bring it back to the present moment. The only time that truly exists. The only time that truly matters. Take a nice deep inhale here. And then exhale, bring yourself back to center. Release the left leg from the right. And then just take your feet out as wide as the mat and just windshield wiper those legs from side to side. Just take a few in each direction. And then from here, just hug those knees into the chest. And just rock from side to side, forwards and backwards. Massaging the lower spine, massaging the abdomen. And then you can either stay here in your little ball, or just take a moment to take any other pose you might like. Maybe you want to raise those legs to the sky, take an inversion. Maybe you want to take it into a shoulder stand, or maybe you just want to pull those legs towards you, feeling a stretch in the back of the legs. Maybe you want to take another twist. Maybe you want to bring your hands to the outside of your feet, draw those knees in towards your armpits as you take your happy baby. Rock through the pose, extend one leg, extend the other. Whatever you like to make yourself feel complete. Remember what you came to your mat for today. And don't leave until you've got what you came for. Any tension that you're still holding in your body, just notice that now. Acknowledge it. And just try to let it go. And then when you're ready, no hurry. Just take those legs out nice and long. And take your arms above your head. And we're just going to reach our fingers and our toes away from each other. So take a nice deep inhale. Reach the fingers and the toes away and hold that breath in for 5. Reaching away, pulling yourself apart. 4, 3, 2, and on 1, take a nice big sigh. Drop everything down to the mat. Bring your arms beside you with the palms facing upwards. Let those feet drop out to the side as we come to rest in our Shavasana. One of the most important poses in yoga. As you sink into the mat, noticing any tension that still exists, just letting it go. Releasing as you melt into the earth. Your head feels heavy. Your whole body feels heavy. And you sink into a state of relaxation. Resting. Feeling that energy that you've created in your practice today running through your body. Through your fingers, through your toes. It's when we rest that we truly allow change to happen. We put in the hard work through our actions, through our movements. When we relax and we rest and relax is when magic happens. And I invite you to either stay in your Shavasana for a little bit longer. Or if you need to end your practice with me here today, let's just slowly start to bring some movement back into the body. Wriggle the fingers and wriggle the toes. Gently rock the head from side to side. And then just draw those knees into the chest. Hug those knees inwards. And then from here, just gently roll yourself over onto your right hand side. Just rest your head in your hand just for a moment. And then from here, with your eyes still closed, just gently push yourself back up into your comfortable seated position. So cross those legs. And bring those hands either together in prayer position at heart center, or place one hand on top of the other at your heart center, locking in that energy. Bow your chin downwards towards the chest. Feel that energy either in between the palms of your hands or underneath your hands. Sending that energy inwards through contact with your heart center. Taking what you need and giving what you can give. Take a moment to acknowledge your practice. Take a moment to thank yourself. And to be grateful for everything that you are and everything that you can do. And take one more nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, gently lift the head and blink the eyes open with a nice big smile. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day or evening, wherever you are, whenever you're watching. I'll see you all again